So you want to make t-shirts for your band, or label, or venue, or brand, or anything that has some kind of logo. You've come to the right place, because I have figured out how to do it all by yourself, super cheap and completely customizable, with mostly objects that you probably already have around the house. Hello friends, how are you going today? I hope you're well wherever or whenever you are right now. Today I'm going to show you how you can make your own band t-shirts or jazz up some clothing you've already got with acrylic paint, just like this one here. Not long after I first started my record label Common Cold, I decided that I wanted to make t-shirts with our logo on it. But pretty quickly I realised that professional screen printing was out of the picture for me. It can be quite expensive, especially if you want to do a lot of less than 50 or 100 t-shirts, and at that time I knew I was definitely not going to sell that many t-shirts. Professional screen printing also gets really expensive once you decide you want more than one colour on it, if you want prints in multiple places like the front and the back or on the sleeves. If you've got a relatively small band or brand or venture that you want to make t-shirts for, or if you've got really big ideas about what you want on the t-shirts, getting them professionally screen printed just might not be in the picture. The next thing I tried to do was learn how to screen print for myself. Screen printing can be really hard to learn, trust me. By the time you figure out how to expose the screens and you buy all the emulsions and cleaning fluids and then you get to the ink and you get the squeegee, it is really tricky. It's a specialized discipline for a reason. And all this time, I was wondering if there's a way to just simply paint on the t-shirts. Let me tell you there is. I discovered fabric painting medium, which you simply mix with any old acrylic paint that you've got, and it turns it into fabric paint. You don't have to splash out for a whole heap of specialized paint, and you don't have to learn any new painting or printing techniques. I'm telling you, this is something so simple and the options are endless. You can do this at home. When you can't afford professional screen printing, when you can't learn screen printing on your own, when you really want to do a better job than iron-on transfers, the answer is DIY. First of all, you want to draw or print your design. Just make sure it's dark and bold. Next, we're going to trace it onto the t-shirt. I don't have a light box, so I DIY one out of an old glass chopping board. You can also use a photo frame. Just tack the design onto the board, put it inside the t-shirt, and then use your phone light underneath the board to illuminate the design. Now you can trace it on. Tracing is probably the longest process, but it doesn't have to be perfect if you're going over it again with paint. Make sure you're using waterproof fine liners so that it doesn't bleed in the wash. If you're doing a very fine design, you could do the entire thing in fine liners. They'll set when you iron it later. And if you're doing a coloured design, you could also use coloured waterproof fine liners. Now that the design is on the t-shirt, it's time to paint. I use another old chopping board inside the t-shirt to make sure the paint doesn't run through to the back of the shirt. Grab a small brush, a round tip allows you to be more precise, and then mix up the acrylic paint with the fabric medium. Now it's time to paint. Fill in the design. Don't be afraid to use a lot of paint because the cotton of the t-shirt will soak up a little bit. At the end, you might find you have to fill in a couple more bits as well. Now it's time to let it dry. Wait 24 hours and then come back to the t-shirt. Set the t-shirt by ironing it. Make sure the iron is on a hot setting, preferably for cotton, with no steam. Cover the t-shirt with an old tea towel and then iron to set the design for at least 30 seconds. pretty much just keep ironing and ironing and ironing and ironing and ironing like you're a 50s housewife. Now that the design is set, it's time to wash it. Whenever you're washing a hand-painted t-shirt, make sure you turn it inside out and wash it with cold water. You can wash it with other things using your normal laundry detergent. Hang it out to dry or chuck it in the dryer if you have one, and then you're done. There you are, you've made your own t-shirt. Wear it out, sell it, do whatever you like, just show it off. If you take good care of it, it will last forever. This is one that I've been wearing non-stop for the past year. Once you're confident with this technique, you can go making whatever kind of t-shirts you desire. Here's another one I made, just using whatever designs came to mind. Thanks so much for watching. If you got something out of this tutorial, please like the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more creative content soon. Have a great week.